Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be going through my entire vinyl collection, which I haven't updated for a while. I don't actually know if I've ever made a video of my vinyl collection. I don't prioritise vinyl as much as I prioritise CDs because vinyl is way more expensive. And I also got a CD player a lot longer ago before I got a record player. So I don't really use records that much anyway because I got loads to begin with of CDs. But before we get into this video, I will say I'm probably not going to be making as many reaction videos, and that's because a lot of the time, like, this is what usually happens. I start consistently posting for my reaction videos, and then something happens, whether it's to do with OBS or to do with just the way I put the songs onto OBS. Something's going to happen, and it always happens every time, where something happens that doesn't let me do it, or something changes the way I normally do it. So I'm going to take a break from reactions for a bit, but I have listened to a lot of new music and I can make ranking videos for different bands because I can do an updated Green Day album ranked video. I want to do that in future, and also Arctic Monkeys. I can rank their albums, and a lot of other bands. I already made a video about Radiohead. I already made 2 videos about Radiohead actually. So yeah, anyways, into the video. So to begin with, I have Alice in Chains. I have 2 albums by Alice in Chains. So I have Facelift by Alice in Chains, and then I have this pressing of Dirt, which is actually really nice. It comes with, doesn't really come with anything, but it has this, I don't even know exactly what colour this is, like a custard yellow, kind of like peach vinyl. I have every studio album by the Arctic Monkeys. Like I just said, we should probably do a ranking video for soon. I have Whatever People Say I Am, That's Why I'm Not, Favourite Worst Nightmare, Humbug, Suck It and See, I'm trying to get through these as quick as I can, AM, and Tranquil Space Hotel and Casino. And then for the car, I have this pretty much exactly the same as Dirt by Alice in Chains. I have this pretty much like peach custard yellow colour. I don't know exactly what the colour is. You can let me know in the comments if you know, obviously. I've got really into the Beatles, and they're now one of my favourite bands. I have a lot of their albums. Starting off with A Hard Day's Night, which is probably one of my favourites. And I have Help. I got this after Christmas from HMV sale. It's really good. I have Rubber Soul, which is my favourite Beatles album probably. This one, I think this is an old copy, but it was once owned by my dad. He gave it to me. This is a, I believe, second-hand copy of Revolver. I got for Christmas, no, not Christmas, for my birthday in, I think it was 2020, but I don't know. And new press, I think this is an anniversary edition remaster of Sgt. Pepper's, which is upside down on the spine for some reason. The White Album, which is probably one of my favourite Beatles albums, and then this is another very recent new copy of Abbey Road. So my mum's friend was giving away some of her old records that she doesn't use much anymore. So this was one of the ones I got, which is Piano Man by Billy Joel. There are going to be more in this video, which you'll see. Black Sabbath Volume 4. From one of my more recent favourite bands, I have Brand New, which in my opinion, really underrated. They're so underrated, but like some of their other albums are really hard to find. Like one of my favourite albums, Daisy, for example, I just can't find anywhere, so I haven't got it yet. But from them so far, I have Deja Entendu and Devin Got a Rage Inside Me. I have all of them on CD, and yeah, let me know in the comments if you want to do an updated CD tour, because I can do. This record is amazing. I got this record store date. I can't remember exactly which year, but it was a good few years ago now. This is David Bowie, Cracked Actor. This is a live album, and this is a free LP album, which you don't get a lot, and it's just such a good album, and I think it was really hard to find at the time as well. I absolutely love Jeff Buckley, so this is my copy of his only studio album, Grace. So this was an album I found in a metal shop in London. I think it was a metal vinyl store. I got it for really cheap, and I must have done. So this is Electric Wizard's Time to Die. I don't think I even really listened to Electric Wizard before it. But it came on this really nice, almost like dark greenish pressing. It's a very dark green color. But I thought it was pretty cool, so I got it. A classic album that everyone should really own in either a CD, vinyl collections, Fleetwood Mac's Rumours. Foo Fighters, The Colour and the Shape. I actually really like this record. So this was Fortitude by Gojira. This was a new album back in 2021, and I listened to them a lot on Spotify back then, and my Spotify was like, do you want to pre-order this on this really nice red vinyl? It's actually, it's kind of hard to see on camera, but it's kind of like this smoky, see-through, not really see-through, but like this really nice red vinyl, which I really like. So some of you might know from my videos, I am a huge fan of Green Day. I'm literally wearing the jumper right now. But, so you might be expecting me to have a lot on vinyl, but loads of their albums are really, really hard to find on vinyl. Like, I can't find Warning, 20% Breakdown, loads of those albums on vinyl, but I have them to get free. So I have Dookie, absolute classic album here, and then I have Nimrod on this really nice, so here's a album on this really nice, once again, kind of, yeah, you can see on camera this time, but it's very clear, I don't know why I keep saying see-through, that's not really the word, clear. A clear, smoky, yellow vinyl, which is actually really cool. I do have every Green Day album on CD though, so I don't really listen to these all the time, especially considering I can't really find them on vinyl, but I should probably listen to this a lot more, because I do really like this. And then, obviously, one of my all-time favourite albums, American Idiot. This album is perfect front to back. I was really happy to find this in HMV. Two Iron Maiden albums, which both of these I think were definitely second-hand. We have Killers and Power Slave. I don't really know why I own this and not Unknown Pleasures, because that's an absolute classic, and I prefer it. But I have Closer by Joy Division. I've got a lot more into Joy Division, and I now have Unknown Pleasures and Closer on CD. So yeah, let me know if you want to see any videos from them. Another classic here, which I actually bought because I enjoyed the reaction video so much. We have Led Zeppelin's Led Zeppelin 4. I absolutely love this album. I don't think there's a single bad song on here. I'm trying to find the track list, but I don't think it has it on the back or in the gatefold in the middle. I'm like 99% sure I got this on the exact same day I got the Electric Wizard album, but I have Mayhem. What's the album called? Demisteries. I have no idea how to pronounce the album name. But yeah, this one also comes with a coloured vinyl. This is very dark red, kind of. Now I look at it on camera, it's kind of pinkish as well. One of my all-time favourite bands, they were my favourite band for a long time back in like 2019. But from Metallica, I have Ride the Lightning and the Garage EP. I do have more, which was the And Justice for All album, and there came with a lot more vinyl in the box set, which I have over there. You won't see where it is, but I do have the box set. It had one picture disc and CL89, but I think I made a video on that. I think I made a video on the Metallica box set, so you might need to look for my channel for a while, but it should be there. Possibly the greatest metal album of all time, and one of my favourite albums of all time, Megadeth's Rust in Peace. It might be kind of surprising, but I am a huge My Chemical Romance fan. They're not one of my top 10 favourite bands, but I'm a pretty big fan of them. And they're probably one of my most I'm probably the most proud of the albums I got from any of them in my collection. I'm trying to make sense, but pretty much I'm proud of the ones I managed to find. So I've got this picture disc of I Brought My Bullets. You brought my, I'll just call it Bullets. Yeah, I think this was limited as well. I think this was a limited edition. My favourite by them, which is probably going to be a controversial one considering it's not well known as their best, but my favourite's 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. I got the alternate cover art copy of The Black Parade, which is definitely a close second, but I think 3 Cheers is better. And then Danger Days. This might seem really random to some people, but Nirvana are now one of my all-time favourite bands, and I have pretty much everything I'm going to need by them on vinyl. So we have their debut album Bleach, brilliant album. Then now I might have to censor this because I don't know what YouTube's like with videos, but here's Nevermind by Nirvana. And here's Incesticide, which people don't really count the studio album, but I kind of do, because it's got original songs on there, but it's listened to that album, and it's a really good album as well. Like Aneurysm on that album, the song obviously on that album is amazing. We have In Utero here, and I really want to get the 30th anniversary reissue of that album, but I just don't have the money for it. MTV Unplugged, which is a classic live album, probably one of the best of all time. And then I have the Black Album compilation, which I don't necessarily need, but it does have You Know You're Right on it, which is only on that album, and it's also a really good song. Continuing the grunge theme, I have from Pearl Jam the album 10, which is a really good album, and then their Unplugged set, which was also really good. Like I mentioned earlier with the Billy Joel albums, they're all from my mum's friend. These are literally all the rest of them, I think. So from Queen, which I actually was gonna buy albums for at some point because I've listened to them once again a lot, and they are one of my favourite bands. So from Queen, I have Day of the Races. These are all secondhand, by the way. Jazz, Live Killers, I think that's what it's called. I think The Game, which is actually a really good album, definitely one of my favourites. And then I have, I'm pretty sure this is Hot Space. This is like an alternate album cover for Hot Space. Then I have The Works, which in my opinion is quite an underrated album. And then we have Queen Live Magic. From a band I really like, Queens of the Stone Age, I have this copy of Like Clockwork, which comes on this red album, which is actually amazing, fits the theme of the album, and yeah, I absolutely love it. I did try and make a reaction video for a Queens of Stone Age song, but it got blocked, I think. But yeah, I kind of wish they'd let me keep it, because I love Queens of Stone Age, they're a great band. Okay, so here we go. So Radiohead have become one of my absolute favourite bands, and they probably are my favourite band, to be honest. And yeah, so earlier this year, I really wanted to start collecting more vinyl, but then I gave up really trying to collect vinyl and went back to CDs because how expensive they were. And during that time, I just got every Radiohead album on vinyl, and I even got a couple more things, so let's go through them. We have Pablo Honey. I don't really need to go through these because I kind of went through them in the video where I ranked them, but anyways, we have the Bends. So we have the standard OK Computer edition here, and then we have OK Not OK Computer, which has the album, I think it was remastered, then loads of bonus tracks. This is one of my favourite albums, probably is my favourite album of all time at this point. I absolutely love it. I've listened to it for so long, and it's, yeah, amazing album. And then we have, I might actually show these together because they were recorded around the same time, and the next one's coming up as well. So Kid A and Amnesia, I got these before I got the next one, which you might know what it is. It's Kid Amnesia, which it's actually really interesting how this works. So I mean, if you own this, you know how it works. But if you open it, it basically is two 1LP records in one. So you open it there, like it's a normal record, but you can literally just flip it over. And then I really hope I did this right, but I did. No, I didn't put it in right. Okay, but what it's meant for is pretty much you flip it up and you get this out like that. So yeah, and it also has an extra thingy in the middle here, which has extra tracks, bonus tracks, I think, from around the time. So yeah, we have one of the most overhated but also most underrated albums here, Hail to the Thief by Radiohead. And then we have In Rainbows. I really wish they would make In Rainbows Disc 2 vinyl, because I don't think that exists at the moment, but I would get it if they did. The King of Limbs, and finally, a Moonshaped Pool. I got this a while ago now. We have Rammstein or Rammstein. They're a German band. I don't know if I want to pronounce my name exactly right. It's actually embossed here as well. I think this is a self-titled album because it doesn't say anything else or even on the spine. So I think it's a self-titled album, but let me know if I'm wrong. I know I need to get their new album now, but I have a smile. No, I have a light for attracting attention by the smile. This is once again kind of an embossed album cover. I actually really like this album. So now I have this really cool copy of Show No Mercy by Slayer, which the vinyl's out. So you can see this. This is one of the best coloured vinyl in my collection. Even though I don't absolutely adore the album, that's not one of my favourite Slayer albums, I absolutely love this. Like, you can see it clear on camera as well. But it's kind of it's red with these kind of like orange, like, I don't really even know how to describe it. Yeah, amazing pressing. Even though I only have 3 at the moment, I am so proud of the Slipknot albums I've got on vinyl. And yeah, this one is a big one. I have Mate, Feed, Kill, Repeat. And which is already extremely hard to find. And I got it on, I actually don't know where I got this from. It was a Christmas present, but I got it on this clear green vinyl. There's a lot more to it, which I think you can see. It's kind of visible on camera, but it's got this like smoky, clear look to it as well. It's really good. And so yeah, then I have the classic self-titled debut album, which was a limited edition in HMV. This was on this light yellow kind of vinyl. It looks amazing. And then finally, I actually lost the like mini sleeve thing for this, which is really annoying, but I have We Are Not Your Kind, this right here, which is on this really nice like cyan colour almost. I really like it. So yeah, I seem to keep buying these like really random underground metal band vinyl, sorry, but have like barely any that aren't very popular, but like whenever they sell cheap albums with coloured vinyl, you know what I mean. So I got this for Record Store Day. They're a doom metal band called Sun. I don't even know. They're like Sun or Sun O with like 3 backwards brackets. Album's called Life Metal. It has 4 songs on it, and all 4 of those songs are really, really long because they're a doom metal band. I've got to get this out before I hit record, but I have it on this clear orange kind of vinyl pressing, which kind of has, I don't know, it looks kind of like it has, I don't really know what I'm trying to talk about here, but it looks great. Really like it. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of doom metal, it's really good. It's a really nice vinyl. The funniest part about this is you'll never guess the final 12-inch record I own. I bought the Stranger Things soundtrack for some reason in 2020 when I was shopping out on holiday, and I got this. I was really into Stranger Things at that time, and I got this. In fairness, it does have some really good 80s songs on it. It has The Clash, The Police, it has Echo and the Bunnymen, also Joy Division on here as well. Working Like a Hurricane, which was my top song on Spotify that year. It also has some pointless dialogue from Stranger Things, but I don't know. I don't hate it. I don't wish I never bought it. I actually quite like it. So yeah, that's it for my vinyl collection. Let me know if you want me to do this with CDs. Storage has been a nightmare of them in this video, so I might need to make like some of it without the cuts. But yeah, I will do that if you want me to. So let me know in the comments. I will make a community post saying why I'm not going to be doing reaction videos for a while. But yeah, until then, I'll see you in the next video and goodbye for now.